Hello and welcome to Matt's B-Movie Reviews, a show that looks at cult films that may have escaped your radar. Okay, firstly I want to say that I've just reached a monumental 100 videos here on YouTube, and I couldn't and wouldn't have been able to do it without you. So that's a big thank you to everyone who's ever shared, commented, liked, subscribed and anything else that I'm possibly not thinking of. Thank you. Also, I've just entered a short film called Tired into the Shortcuts to Hell 2 competition here in the UK. If you haven't caught it already, check it out on my channel and let me know what you think. Okay, so last time round I asked you which creature feature you want me to look at this time round. And with options like The Thing, Jeepers Creepers, The Blob and Tremors, I didn't know which one to choose. However, that is until I heard this title and it brought back such fond memories that I just had to choose it for your enjoyment. So sit back and prepare yourself for James Gunn's Slither. Here's the plot. A meteorite crash lands on the outskirts of a small town called Wheelsey. Unfortunately, it contains a parasitic worm that attacks the first person it meets, Grant, who is played by The Walking Dead's Michael Rooker. Having now taken over Grant's body, it has a ravenous appetite for raw meat as it prepares to divide and conquer. Soon the town is infested with these brain slug parasites that take over most of the citizens, turning them into brainless zombies. Yeah. As they begin to multiply on a worldwide scale, can the sheriff and his deputies stop them, or is the earth doomed to become their new home? Now firstly I want to point out that Slither bears a more than passing resemblance to a movie that had previously come out, 1986's Night of the Creeps, which actually had a similar plot involving brain slugs that came from another planet and turned their victims into zombies. However, according to Slither director James Gunn, he'd never even seen the movie before shooting this. If you haven't actually seen Slither or Night of the Creeps, I'd recommend watching them both and making up your own mind. Now, the film stars Firefly's own Nathan Fillion, who is a pretty likeable character in this, and I'm not actually sure why he's not appeared in more movies. He plays Sheriff Bill Party, whose quiet town is going to be turned all the way up to 11 before the night is through. Now, Nathan's comic timing in this movie is impeccable, as he just goes from bizarre situation to bizarre situation. One scene in particular where he and a group of people manage to escape quite narrowly a zombie attack and speed off in the squad car, he simply states, "How's everyone's evening? Good?" Or the part where he's saved by Elizabeth Banks' character Stella and says, "Thanks for saving my ass. But you know, when I tell this story, it's going to be the other way around." The film's a great mix of horror and comedy, which plays with the fact that it is a B-movie at heart with no pretensions otherwise. Fine with me. Call a spade after all. Now you've got to be impressed with the creature effects in this movie. Grant's slow transformation from a human being to a giant squid blob alien thing is damn cool and reminded me of movie effects like Jeff Goldblum's transformation in The Fly. It's pretty cool. Worth seeing the movie for anyway. The small alien slug things are pretty gross as well, and the poster scene involving a girl in a bathtub looks pretty sickening when you think about it, although it doesn't go there. Unlike Piranha Double D, which definitely does go there. And if you have no idea what I'm talking about, I'm not going to elaborate. One great scene is where they manage to surround the Grant monster and cut him off from going back into the woods. One guy stands in his way and gets whipped by Grant's massively sharp tail. For a few seconds it looks like he's okay as he sniffs, but you know something's wrong, and the next thing you know he slices straight down the middle and his guts pop out. Kind of reminds me of that bit from Resident Evil where the lasers like interconnect and it looks like the guy's kind of okay, but it turns out that it's cut him into several million pieces. So basically, what's not to like in this movie? Got gross out special effects, 1950s homage, and more one-liners than you can care to shake a stick at, makes this a solid B-movie gem. So I'm going to give this a solid 4 brain slugs out of 5. And here's a link to the full movie available here on YouTube, so get it watched, at least for some of the scenes that I've already mentioned. Now on to the next review. We need to pick another subgenre that you can choose a movie from. But what's left? How about my own personal favourite, the supernatural horror subgenre? I'm a proper sucker for anything that is remotely ghostly, like The Changeling, Poltergeist, whatever. As long as it's got a ghost or some creepy atmosphere into it, I will watch it. Okay, so thanks for watching, and I hope to see you next time. We gotta go back to the future.
See you later, Doc. You just killed that man.
The man, he was a crummy B-movie scientist.